Welcome to Open Mind Industries Podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind. Hey guys, welcome to episode 28 of The Mind Unleashed. I'm sorry it's been a while, as we always do. Let's give a few shout-outs to our supporters. The first one is going to be Lyft, the ride-sharing app. Use our code TMUP for 5% or $5 off when you first ride with Lyft. If you are a new driver, you want to go driver, use our code. They'll give you a $500 driving bonus. Restrictions to apply. Also, a new number for Weiss Productions. Weiss Productions has told me, guys, to give you guys 20% off when you guys use our code OMI when you check out with him for any wedding packages through 2018 years. So if you're going to book a project with Weiss Productions, wedding packages, use our code OMI and you'll get 20% off for the 2018 year. Isn't that freaking amazing? Also, guys, if you are wanting to get some drone shooting done of a residential, or trying to get a house in the market, or shooting a video and you need some good aerial shots, or professional shooting done with photography, stuff like that, check out Dine Art Studio, Daniel Weisenberg. Use our code OMI and he'll give you 5% off, and you guys should be all set. Okay, let's get on to the podcast. It's been a while, it's been a week. I haven't really had much to talk about. It's been crazy with me. If you've been following my Twitter or Instagram page and stuff like that, this is going to be a pretty geeky episode, more about 3D printing and customer service and stuff like that, and my opinions on things. Printer has failed. The Vinci 1.0 has shit the bed finally again. It's rubbish that it has done it again. The same error, motherboard, got replaced with the J4 error. For those who don't know what that is, it's a little chip in the back of the board, fuse on the board that I think burned out again, and I guess the fuse needs to be repaired. I can do a jumper or whatever, but more to that, there's also a short in the harness for the X motor that goes back and forth. There's a short in that motor also. So the DaVinci has pretty much seen better days, done that, and stuff like that. If you have been tuning into our Twitter page or Instagram page, you notice that I've been posting live reports of customer service. I posted it on the 11th, and I got no response. I said, hey guys, this is what's going on again, thinking that honestly my view of it was, hey, I've already been down this road before, maybe you guys can, since you've already did the work on this board, kind of help me out and take the board back and try to work on it again, because it seems like this is your issue. Not the case at all. So countdown, I think it was last night, about yesterday, they finally got back to me through Twitter, because I really started blasting them severely. And I'm not trying to hurt the company in any way, but I'm thinking, the company XYZ Printing is really going downhill customer-wise, and I don't appreciate why they're treating us like this. Starting to get really sketchy with their customers support and stuff like that. It seems, sadly, they're more worried about profits and pushing units than they are fixing issues that are developing with the XYZ brand. And that's been going on through 3D Hubs. I'm not the only one speaking about it. I get emails pretty much every morning through people having troubleshooting issues on 3D Hubs, because that is a platform where anybody who has different 3D printers talk and troubleshoot together. It's a big forum, pretty much. And you see a lot of XYZ printing on there, depending on what printer you registered or whatever printer you want to kind of know about and learn about. It's on there. So the XYZ community is on there talking about the same fucking issues. It's, hey man, my printer's doing the same thing. Why? Any suggestions? What do I do? Who do I talk to? Like, XYZ's not giving us, they're not, talking about it. And a lot of us chime back like, hey, I told one guy a month ago, I said, hey man, I just had the same issue. Here's what I had to go through with XYZ support. Granted, they were good, stuff like that. Now, it took Twitter and Instagram for them to get back to me. That's pretty effed up. I gave them my fucking ticket number. I said, hey man, I haven't got responded, and then my last tweet to them was, I think I'm done with XYZ printing. It seems like you guys aren't, you can't find a solution to the issue. Here's my ticket number. Granted, yesterday happened, and they got back to me, and they stated that Jen stated, my last customer service representative from California, stated that, hey, your ticket was set up in the wrong region, unfortunately. And I'm like, okay, so I checked the thinking that's kind of some bullshit. I'm like, how the hell did my phone or whatever go to that region? It did go xyzprinting.com. Must have switched on the EU or whatever the hell it was. It wasn't in English. Everything was going through correctly. So it seems like that's on there. And I even checked it again, and it went through fine. So I'm guessing, to be honest, I'm calling bullshit. I'm really calling bullshit because days before they were liking and tweeting at people. Oh, I like what you do. I like what you do. I like what this and. So they knew what I was fucking saying. They knew I was there. They knew I was wondering what the fuck was going on. How does it take 7 days to get back to a customer? That's pretty wrong. And the excuse was, hey, we couldn't get to you because you apparently submitted your ticket in a wrong region. Okay, well that seems like that's on your end also. I clicked on your fucking link and your link brought me to this. It might have been on my end, but at the same time, if you're using a different IP, it's going to set up to the right region. That is a no-no in my book. I do, computer stuff and shit like that. And I talked to a few friends. I'm like, how the hell would that be possible? And they're like, that's kind of fucking sketchy that they're saying they didn't get your ticket. So again, I'm not the only user talking about this. I've been dealing with this for over 8 days. I've officially called it quits with XYZ Printing. I'm no longer dealing with them. I'm getting rid of the printer. Unfortunately, the printer, it's going to cost me more to repair it than anything. But here's the story that went down. So, I don't want anybody to do this. I don't think I'm hating on this fucking company and I want this company to burn. I don't want this company to burn. I want them to succeed and literally help the fucking users out. Nobody deserves what I've gone through and other users have been going through for the last few months. They're more about, now that they have, I guess they got a big contract for a huge contract for, I guess they're starting to go into the big engineering, big companies making bigger printers. That's cool and all, but if you can't sit down and you forgot where the fuck you came from, something's up. If you give two shits, they're putting printer upon printer upon printer out, they're trying to rebuild their fucking brand, with the same printer with the same issue, They're not fixing issues inside their current printers, which is causing the community and the bakers and the makers and the builders and the engineers like us who want to use their damn printers at home use or quick rapid prototyping. We can't because there's so many goddamn issues and there's no parts available, which XYZ is very smart about doing. You cannot get a single part for the XYZ printer without consulting them. You cannot go to you can't literally go to a catalog and say, hey, I need this part from XYZ. They don't make them. They're all mold injected. There's no fucking way. And I'm not the only one speaking about this. This is Charles Huckabee speaking about it. Also, another guy who he bought 7 of these printers, and even he's kind of given up on these printers. He's got 2 still running, but he's like, yeah, I'm done. I don't even use XYZ anymore. They're really going downhill too. And this is just a few months ago. He's even said the same thing. So I'm not the only one. But anyway, the story went like this. I literally, wrote them back, and they got back to me immediately. They were at CES, and they said, hey, don't hesitate to give us a call. I'm like, all right, let me hit Twitter. Let me just get this on the ball rolling. Expecting 24-hour leeway, 72-hour leeway. Nothing got sent. Waiting. Nothing got sent. I checked again the U.S. side. Nothing. So finally, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking. So after day 7, I was like, you know what? I think nobody wants to talk to me. I think I've been bamboozled and all that kind of shit, which I feel like I was. I really was, because I put a new blast bed in that was $60, brand new, proprietary thing that they have. I got the fucking second motherboard replaced. The first motherboard cost me $120. I had to do a transfer through my bank just to get a new fucking motherboard because they didn't accept credit cards at the time. So this shows you what kind of company this is all within, I want to say, 8 months of this getting this brand new printer back, because this isn't my original printer. The original printer was lost from FedEx, then found when this new one arrived by FedEx, and it was like, do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, well, I guess I can take it back. And then I had to send it back because technically they sent me a new printer, and my attorney said, hey man, you got to send that printer back, but don't you dare pay for the damn shipping. So we made XYZ pay for the shipping, which is like, hey, y'all lost it, it's on you. I already paid. I think I paid just to get the printer shipped out. This printer is a 65-pound. 65? What did they say? It was 62 pounds. Sorry, that's what UPS claimed it was. They weighed it. It's 62 pounds just to get it shipped out. It was 60. It was I want to say about $70 just to get a box for it, styrofoam, shit like that. And I couldn't even use like other boxing material. I had to use like their material from XYZ, because XYZ said, oh, if you don't keep all the parts, we're never gonna, we're gonna charge you more because you didn't pack it up correctly. I'm glad they're kind of got away with that, but I'm rambling on all that shit. So anyway, printer got lost. Had to get in touch with them. It took over a month to get a fucking new printer back. They were like fighting me and griping with me, and finally got a new printer back. This is the second one, and I've had nothing but upon issue, and it was a brand new printer. But I'm not the only one that's been dealing with it. I think everybody, some guy just bought the same printer 2 weeks ago, having the same fucking issue I just had. I'm like, how is that possible? It's a brand new printer. It's just poor quality control and my mindset. But my point is, their quality control has definitely gone down in the past 6 months. Bad. And I mean bad. They're treating the consumers horribly bad. So with the emails that I had previously, what I pretty much stated is like, hey, she's like, oh, hey, try all these things we already tried before. So I was like, I've already done that. I even bought a new extruder to stick inside the new frame, everything, and the extruder's fresh. It's the board. It's the board, it's this, and her comment back to me, which was a recent one, and I kind of closed the file last night and wrote my goodbyes to the company. I've already wrote my goodbyes 2 days ago. I'm like, I'm done with you guys. I'm just so done. And my business partner John and Michael and a few other people I spoke to privately, I said, hey, what do you guys think? And everybody said, get the fuck away from the printer. Don't even deal with the company anymore. It seems like this printer has been hell. Just look for another company. So I'm doing that, and I'm looking into getting new printers. Hopefully one new printer, and I'll tell you that a little bit more in detail a little bit later on. But yeah, her response to me was like, well, we're here to help, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what we can do. Let us know if you'd like to purchase a new motherboard or send it in for repair at your cost. Didn't say at your cost, but it pretty much purchase a new motherboard or send it in for repair. Thanks, Jen. We're here for you. Please let us know what your options are. So mine back down to her was like, wow, Jen, no discount. Hi, Jen. Wow, no kind of discount. Well, thank you for these options. This is pretty much exactly what I wrote. Thank you for these options, but I have no plans on repairing this printer. Just in this last year alone, it's already cost me X amount of dollars. I just think at this time it's good to walk away from XYZ. It is sad to be walking away from XYZ printing, but it's the best. This just feels like the right moment to do it, and I thank you for your time. Ali, OMI is what I wrote, and no response back from XYZ, but I literally blasted them on Instagram, blasted them on Twitter, and it's not me trying to say fuck you to the company. I wrote very kind words, like I'm hoping this company as well. Even my last Instagram post, I posted like the thing because I want users to know this. I really want the XYZ users to fucking know this. If we don't speak up, the company's just gonna keep doing stupid shit, and that's just my opinion. The company XYZ should be sitting down, their survey to us a month ago before CES even happened was, what should XYZ be talking about? Like, what would you like to see? Would you like to see reveal new printers? No, we really don't. You're already putting out your fucking brand. You're not fixing your current brand. You're not fixing issues within your current production models. You're not fixing these issues. You're not addressing them. You're not anything. And that was kind of my gripe to them. Is like, you need to start listening to the community and looking to what we want. We're the ones that made you. We oversold your printer. We bought the fuck out of them. Sadly, you can't get parts for them, so I'm going to be selling this one on, eBay or whatever. I plan on doing it, and I'm pretty sure somebody will buy it up because they either need parts or whatever. So I'm going to tell them all what's wrong with it, so they know what they're walking into. But I find it sad that a company gets so ahead of themselves and doesn't work on their faults. They don't listen to the community. They're just more worried about profit margin than they are fixing their current unit. Because if you listen to a community and you keep your community on your side, like Robo has been doing, MakerBot. I mean, I haven't heard much about Maker. I don't really check on MakerBot. It's just too damn expensive to even check on it. But the Robo community is really strong. I've never seen a fucking community as strong as Robo. And I was talking to a friend of mine, Alan Lincoln, over at Evil Monkey Studios, the other day, and he was like, "Oh, you should go get another Robo." And I said, "Yeah, I was debating on it. I have a little funds that come my way from work, so I'm going to be able to invest in a new printer. I didn't want to. I wanted to pay off some credit cards, but unfortunately, I need a new printer, and I will divulge on which ones I'm looking at now to purchase." But Robo, I mean, honestly, I was able to modify it, do stuff I needed to do to it. The community has been more than generous, more than willing to help everybody out. If you don't know a damn issue, everybody is willing to guide you through it or help you to try to find a solution. The XYZ community has just been like, fuck, there is a community, but there's not a community. Let me tell you. It's just a stock printer that everybody's just like, it's a great printer if you're going to get into it, but I definitely wouldn't recommend the 1.0 if you're going to get into that. The Pro, maybe, but if I was anybody, I would kind of, if XYZ is going to keep doing this to its users, look for another solution, because it doesn't look like they're getting any better, sadly. And this is in my opinion. If you want to check 3D Hubs, I highly recommend checking 3D Hubs and seeing what the users are saying, because I'm getting emails pretty much every other morning about an issue that's happening with the 1.0, the Duo, the minis, this one, that one, the Nobels. It just seems to get worse and worse as the months keep going on. I never thought I would say this about this fucking company, but it seems to be getting worse and worse. And their solution to me was, hey, you could spend more money. I should spend what? We just had this problem fixed. Well, yeah, you could send it back. I think just sending the motherboard back was like another $20, so that was $20 out of my pocket. Had to get a box for it too. Had to get a box. The box was $2-3 at UPS. And then they had to get a tracking number because they wanted XYZ wants a fucking tracking number, so that's an extra $6. So I think I spent over $30 sending the board back. Plus, I had to pay for the repair. For the current board. So that kind of pisses me off that they weren't willing, not even in this situation, to be like, hey, we'll take care of it. Send it back to us. We'll send you a fucking a slip. You can send it back to the RMA, and we'll take care of it for you. But I did say it's my Instagram page. I did ask them like, hey, if there aren't other solutions, I'd like to keep the printer, but is there any way of getting a discount for a new Pro? And I really thought about getting a damn Pro. I was like, I really was thinking about it like a couple of days ago. I was like, should I really invest into a new Pro? Like I said, I have a few bucks coming my way, so not much, but it's something to get a new printer. So I'm like, what do I want to invest in? So I was really debating on going back to XYZ and getting a Pro system, and but I was like, you know what? For what we're doing now with Open Mind and what I plan on doing, especially for a commissioning job, I have a lot of friends that know what we do, and a lot of them are looking at Thingiverse and stuff like that, my mini factory, and they're like, hey, I'd like to get a printed part, but I'd like to support your company. Would you be willing to print it for me? I trust you. I trust your knowledge. And like I told them, I was like, hey, this is what I know. This is what I'm learning, and they're like, well, I want to go to a con, but I don't have time to print it, or I'd pay somebody to do it. I'd rather have you do it because you understand it. I'll take care of the sanding or whatever, you please have you do it. So that's pretty cool that my friends are trusting in me, and a lot of my friends have emailed me back and said, hey man, hope everything's going well. How's everything going with the company? I said, and this is the result of the thing. So, like I said, I pretty much moot, goodbye, farewell, XYZ. I'm done with the whole fucking thing. But this is me not trashing the company. It's just me telling, the users that are now there, or people buying into the XYZ brand, to be very cautious of what you're buying into. Is it a good printer? Yeah, for the price, you're not going to probably get a really good printer. I don't know how long it's going to run. I don't know how spare parts are going to be, and that's what I knew walking into it. I didn't expect it to be this fucking bad this year. I didn't expect to keep sending this fucker out for repair, and I pretty much put more money into it than the printer is worth. I think I invested in the printer alone this year, and I told XYZ this. I said, I've already spent over $600 in the printer. Just over the year. I said, that's not kosher at all, man. I spent more money than what this printer was worth, and the printer's paid off. And I said, man, I could have bought fucking a MegaBot by the time I was done with this, or another Robo. Like I said, I spent when it first came out, and they didn't have the Robo 2 yet. And I talked to Alan. I said, hey man, what's the best printer to get right now? I'd really like to get something to do Ninja Flex and stuff like that, because that's where our dream and our goal is, to do the hand grip stuff like that, crutch tips and a few other things I have on the plate and the design plate to work onto R&D. And and Alan told me that Robo would probably be the best one. Said the community was great. He had never had any issues. I went around. I looked around for about a month. I ended up checking my credit score. My credit score was phenomenal. So I said, you know what? I'm going to hurt myself, but I ended up getting a Robo. And I kind of don't regret it now. I mean, I've had 2 issues with it. Very minor. They were so easy to fix. And now it's all in the coding with just getting the right print settings. And that's just through Simplify 3D. And I have the new LCD board put on that I got for like $12 off Amazon that runs great. I'll be doing a show and tell on how to do that, how easy it was. And the community there was amazing, but there's not a really good guide on how to do it. So I had to go to Simplified 3D, I had to go to a few things and see what the hell was going on. But now that it's running good and I got to do some coding and learn some of that stuff with the Arduino, it was really cool. But anyway, I digress from that. So you're all probably wondering, what the hell am I choosing? What new printers are you choosing, or what new printer did you choose? Well, I went around and I checked YouTube, and I checked a lot of the forums on my Mini Factory and 3D Hub, stuff like that. I went, okay, let me go to the biggest 3D contributors that are all, Joe Telling and a few other people. And I said, what the fuck are they talking about? And a lot of them have said, the Creality CR10. So I checked out the Creality CR10. I said, man, that's fucking huge, man. 300 by 300 by 400. God damn. Yeah, that's pretty freaking huge. Way bigger. It's about the size of my freaking Da Vinci. That's pretty much how big I can build. That is insanity. It's as big as the goddamn Da Vinci 1.0. That's just how big it can build. Just about. And then I said, what are the issues? And luckily the new version's already out. The Creality CR10S is already out. It's got a heated bed. There are issues with it. It's not the greatest freaking printer, but for the price range, about what I would be spending on a Robo, or not a Robo, a Da Vinci Pro, as $499, I'd be spending on the same amount on the CR10. So I was like, shit, man, the CR10 builds bigger. It's got a phenomenal community from what it looks like, and it's from China, but it's got the highest fucking ratings. Everybody seems to be liking this printer. This is the reason why. This is what it's been doing. There are some issues about heating up and stuff like that, so I might have to build an enclosure and stuff like that. I don't mind doing that, but I'm looking into a real-world application size build. I love the Robo and love it to death. Love what it does, but I'll still have that and keep an eye on it. And it'll be the baby. I still take care of it and oil it and all that good stuff. So I really do the best I can with Robo. I'm not calling it quits for Robo. I probably never will. Robo, I'll probably get another Robo, probably on eBay or a used one, and get it fixed or whatever. But this one has been treating me well. I treat it well. It treats me well. But the Creality CR10S looks like what I'm going to be getting. Pricing is a little bit weird because on GearBest, which everybody keeps on going to GearBest, and it's a China company. It's like Alibaba pretty much. Went on there and emailed them and said, hey man, I'd like to get a Creality CR10 and maybe a Creality CR Mini, CR10 Mini. And everybody goes, well, we can't really offer you a discount, unfortunately, yada yada yada. So I was like, crap, okay, shit, this sucks. So unfortunately, right now the CR10S is going in the upgraded American version, the American plug. Just be very cautious. I've been learning a lot of stuff on GearBest to make sure you're getting the right plug and the right circuitry and all that kind of shit. So it's kind of a hip, skip, and jump. They are on Amazon, yes. Look for the Creality versions. Do not go with the high top or whatever the fuck name. Are they linked in? Yes, they're knockoffs of the same brand. However, make sure it says Creality, because Creality has been working their asses off to build the brand, and there are subtle fucking differences. So be very careful if you're looking at a Creality brand. Make sure it's Creality and it's not another knockoff or somebody selling another different name. I even looked at the guy who's selling. I think it's called King something. It's on Amazon, but I checked it and they said yes, we are the official Creality. We have permission from Creality. They literally, people ask the question on Amazon, hey, how do you have this? How do you have the Creality? And they said we have the Creality because we have a licensed brand in the U.S. to do this. So we have some here that are from China. They are the Creality ones, and the problem there is so. Creality, you can get a CR10S, the upgraded version with the the dual Z rods, which everybody recommends, highly recommends, and the filament tracker and all that kind of shit. You can get them for about $476, Now here's where GearBest gets you, and I really was like, okay, that's a really good price. The minute I started going into there, then you have to pay, because Creality tried to tell me they're not giving me a discount anyway. I even said, hey man, I'm going to buy 2 of these, for this price. What do you think you can do? 5% off, 10% off? No, we can't give any discount. We apologize. We hope you understand. So I was like, well, ... Okay, I should stop watching fucking YouTube because everybody keeps getting these, coupons and shit like that. They keep giving these coupons for GearBest. Try GearBest. Try my affiliate link. So I look at those and I'm like, well, why is the printer more money now? So GearBest is like an option set. It's like a BJ's kind of thing, where they every day they put a automated sale going through. So be very careful. Automated sale goes through and it drops the price down a little bit. So that's how you get your cheaper prices from China. If I believe I'm correct, so GearBest is good. However, when you add everything up and then you do not get a tracking number, you do not get tracking number insurance, that's an extra $16. You have to hit the box for that. So the price goes up. So they don't give you a tracking number like Amazon. Nobody, and that's how they have the accountability of like, hey, your package is getting to you. Now, to ship it out to you, depending on shipping weight wise, regular standard shipping is $44. That adds the price up. There you go. If you want to do DHL, I believe that's $88 to ship it out to you. So from DHL, I think that's 3 to 8 days shipping. That's how fast they can get it to you. Amazon, which the Crealities are on, or the Creality 1 and the Creality CR10 is, I was like, man, why is that so much more pricey? It's about $5.99 on Amazon for the CR10S. And I realized why it's so damn expensive. I think it's because of the import charge. And Creality has made it very, very, very aware. Be very wary. Like, they wrote it in big fucking letters. Please be warned of your international, charges. So you'll have your import charge. You might have an import charge coming in. So I'm like, oh shit. So I think it's a better idea just to get off Amazon. And I'll already be paying the goddamn prices for. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The CR10. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be paying an extra $100. But that's probably due to the shipping and the import charges, they call it. So it's sad, but I think that's the best way to route, because Amazon will take care of the seller if they need to talk to the seller, yada, yada, yada. But I'm also looking into, because I should have a little more budget, is to get the monoprice version 2. It's a little mini printer that I can have, so I don't have to run the Robo, I don't have to run the CR10, I can actually run the monoprice, and it sits on my desk, and I can actually do some 3D printing on that also, for friends that need, quick prototyping, or a quick, trinket or what have you. And that helps me kind of prototype the crutch grip hands that I'm doing, the grips that I'm doing, and also maybe some crutch tips or some other things that I'm doing, so I don't have to run the big monsters here, and everything's going to be running off an SD card, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I'm really loving the SD card thing. That's what I love about the Robo. It did have an SD card reader in it. It's sitting here somewhere. But I never really used it. I really never stuck the micro SD card in a lot. Only when I first bought it, I updated the Merlin board and the Arduino 2500, and I've only used it a couple times. But now that I've got the new LCD board, and I don't have to even keep it tethered to the damn computer, which is fucking a beautiful thing. If you're getting the 3D printing, get the goddamn SD cards. Oh my lord, they are lifesavers. And make sure you get a battery backup system. I have one, which unfortunately I'll probably be buying another one when we go to the new place, just to back up all the computers and stuff like that, just so I know if there's a power failure, the printers will stay on and they'll run as long as they can. But yeah, that's pretty much the 3D printing news for the geeky stuff there. That's what's been going on. I've been going through hell for that. Oh, and I've also, a little bit of geeks news, I am now going to be getting into Autodesk 360 as my go-to CAD model. I'm learning a lot of that. Wanted to do SolidWorks. Unfortunately, SolidWorks cannot run on my laptop, my worktop. I can take it to work and stuff like that when I'm trying to learn something. The good news about if you're going to get into CAD modeling, and one of my friends wants to get into it so bad, I would recommend getting into Autodesk 360. It is free for hobbyists and entrepreneurs. So they give you a year license. So you're going to be, when you guys get started, 30-day trial. They are offering, I believe on the 23rd, I believe, $99 for the year. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. On the 23rd, they're offering a $99 deal for the Autodesk 360. They have a lot of different versions, which I was debating on doing. I emailed John and said, hey, I didn't email him, we chat, I texted him real fast. I was like, and he's super busy with what he's doing with an engineering company. And I said, hey man, I'm planning on getting this so we can share the license, stuff like that. We can both be on the same page with software, because John is certified SolidWorks. I am not. I am very new to CAD, still learning my CAD. But Autodesk 360 seems like the way I should be going, because there's a lot of things in it that I could be using, unlike SolidWorks simulation, stuff like that. And the laptop unfortunately cannot run SolidWorks. I only was able to have one. I had it worked on the other day. I was too scared to pop it open myself, so I brought it down to the computer shop, and the guy goes, "Oh, see, I got this for you." Gave me a nice discount because we started nerding out and stuff like that. It's really nice, chill dude. Few break we fix over here in Orlando took care of me. They were really, really sweet. Those guys were really nice and kind. Treated me like a human being, which was cool. So we nerded out a little bit about SSDs and stuff like that and 3D printing. But yeah, he popped up in the computer. He checked it up on the work. He said, "Oh man," he goes, "you can send your other DDR3 back because you don't need it." He said, unfortunately only have one port, and I have an HP X 360 convertible, which is what I bought a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, off of Best Buy, because it was cheap, and it works really well. Got a nice touchscreen on it and stuff like that. He goes, "Yeah, man, you really should invest in getting an SSD in it." And I said, "Would love to. They're just too damn expensive, and I love my 500 gigabyte hard drive." But he said on Newegg he was able to get one for pretty cheap, and I should start investing. When I build a new desktop, I probably will put some SSDs in it and have a functioning hard drive, also an optimal hard drive too. So that'd be nice. But I don't have an 8 gigs in that. Unfortunately, SolidWorks needs 8 gigs or higher, 16 or higher. So 8 or 16 gigs higher of RAM to operate it. And SolidWorks is amazing. It's a beautiful software, but I keep hearing nothing about. If you're getting into all of it, definitely check out Autodesk 360. Like I said, when you do start the 30-day trial, be wary. If you're a hobbyist and you just want to do some hobby, if you're not planning on making money off Autodesk, they do offer a hobbyist version. Now, if you start making production stuff and your company, I had to read through all the fine print. There's a lot of fine print. Read through it. They will fuck you over and they will lock down your shit. So just be very careful. Read through the fine print of what their do's and don'ts are with Autodesk. It is a cloud-based software, so you only need about, which is nice because my laptop has about 7 gigs in it now, and the desktop has about 12 gigs, which is perfect for SolidWorks. But unfortunately, I won't be able to use it as much. I'm still going to learn a lot of SolidWorks, so I can translate back and forth to each software. It's best to know everything if you're CAD modeling. Yeah, so make sure you're reading the fine print. Autodesk needs 3 gigs or more to run, which is beautiful, and it runs very, very good, very smooth. They update the software a lot, and it's very, very simplistic to learn. There's a lot of tutorials, a lot of fun things to learn about it, and I've watched a lot of people working with it, and they're like, even these are big engineers working with it, and they're like, "Oh my god, this software is incredible." It's unlike everything I use. So if they seem to be loving it, it seems like I'll be loving it. So I've seen a lot of cosplayers using it, a lot of engineers using it at home. They love it. They're building a lot of things with it, and they're loving the hell out of it. So, hope you guys enjoy. Trying that software out if you want to get into CAD modeling. Good luck if you're going to any cons this week. I know Dragon Con's coming up. I saw Alan the other day and was telling me about it. I'm gonna call it a do, but I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry it's been so late. I'll probably do another episode later on this week to tell you the new printer, what I'll be getting, hopefully. So look at the CR10, and I'm looking at the Monoprice, probably VR2. Or if GearBest can give me a pretty decent discount, I might go to them. But I really should read through all the. Like I said, if you're going to go to GearBest, be wary. They even say right on the damn site, please be aware of your import charges. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to wish you guys all the best. Thank you, pardon me, for tuning in, being supportive. If you want to donate to me in any which way without spending any money, please click on our Amazon affiliate link. That kicks me back a few cents our way. I would highly appreciate that. Or go to our Patreon and donate $1. I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews and stuff like that. And I'll be doing time-lapse videos and stuff like that. Because people keep asking me to do, hey, when's your next time-lapse going to be? So hopefully soon. And hopefully see you guys soon. Thank you so much. And always, guys, keep an open mind. Have a good one. See ya.